And it's up to his discretion when he goes. Did go very early last time out, and he goes early again. So round 5 is go here in Indianapolis, and it's a good getaway for Jake Williams.
As per usual, huge margin to start off.
See the big spray into turn 1. The driver's trundled along, and that's a spinner.
Oh.
That's Marko Sinteski that's gone round. Definitely not the way he would have wanted to start this race, but it's a very long race. Mistakes will happen. As you see, Josh Merrin and Wojciech Dvorak going side by side. You do not want to go side by side, and there's been a spinner in the background. 2 drivers off into the gravel trap. One of them, I believe, is Matteo Lemeray.
Pretty decent so far, though.
Well, can Josh defend into the left-hander? He keeps hold of position for the moment. He does have a slowdown penalty, though, so he's got to be careful to serve that one safely. So then, let's go have a look at what happened with Roald Pucadilla. That's Lemeray going over the top of him almost. So Lemeray going way too deep into turn 3, not expecting the driver in front to slow down. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, I'll have to say. And next one, of course, we saw in the background, that was Merlijn Roevers going a little bit too deep there. Again, maybe being caught out by those cold tyres.
Not too punishing, though.
And he's back up into P5 again, so it hasn't been too bad for him that he received. So, you know, a safety car, and because we do as well have a spinner, that is Kieran Hendricks, who I was going to speak about, who had a good start to the race, but is dropping back down the field now after spinning to turn 1. So championship leader here heading into round 5. Yeah, no, he's just dropped it.
Yep, it's just not enough stability. It was starting to step out a little bit through that section, and just fully stepped out there.
Dvorak, who has had, I wouldn't say that the best start, definitely not the start he would have wanted to have in this championship, as see, that was thankfully not a big collision involving Harry Waterson dropping down the leaderboard. And no, he's still running strong in P11 as we see a spinner.
Oh,
Van Haften round, and again it is the wet paint and the wet tarmac that is catching up the drivers tonight, but you know, no harm done really. Car is still working fine, and he'll have some nice clean air to try and catch up to the back of Bennyworth.
oh,
And that is
my
another
goodness.
huge moment in the race, and it's Riley Blunt who's had to gone into the pit, and he's missing half of his front wing.
That's one to shake up the championship.
And let's see, this may be the moment. And yeah, no, Blunt just goes way too deep and right into the back of one of the Thomas N cars. I'm not too sure who it was, but no, that's cost Riley dearly in the race, and might also put, well, get
penalties
a note from the
potentially.
stewards.
Yeah.
Current championship leader based on the points from this race, Jake Williams, who's on the back of Martin Caldersbert. Caldersbert has yet not pitted, so we'll see how long it will take for Jake to get past him. Very close between the two, and around the outside into the last corner goes Williams. Beautiful, using that, you know, Verstappen line almost that he's known for in the wet. So Caldersbert doesn't seem to want to let that one go. He is looking for the move back into turn 1, but Jake is a little bit later on the brakes and keeps hold of P9 for the moment. Don't really need to fight him here, but he's well entitled to do so. And Jake will be absolutely furious right now, because he knows this is not a driver he's fighting for the championship for. It's not a driver he's fighting for the race win with. But you know, it's just so tricky to get past. You cannot see anything, and Caldersbert makes the most out of it. So, you know, oh no, don't make it 3 wide, guys.
Oh, do it.
Caldersbert too deep on the brakes, and you know, Williams just cannot find a way past.
Out.
The Swiss Minister of Defence, but he does have to yield eventually, and gets a bit of a love tap there on exit. So, But I doubt we've seen the last out of Hendricks, and he's looking for a way back straight away on Williams, and he's looking for a move, and yep, way too deep.
Yeah. It's a fair fight. I respect it.
He's gone very deep. Speaking of the commentator's curse, striking for the 3rd time this championship, and now we've got about 2 minutes left of the race, and it's all game for P2.
This is what you want to see.
Oh, and I think he's actually hit the wall as well, heading onto the main straight.
Oh,
so
yes, he has.
For this now.
So my side Boutsman doesn't have as much overtake as the rest, but might as well go for it now. No better time than now.
Into turn 1, looking for the move around the outside. There is more grip off the racing line usually in these wet races, and down the inside into turn 3. They're going to go side by side. Who's going to lift? Please don't go side by side. Oh, they are side by side. Oh, there's contact! It's gone off!
Ah!
And that's the front wing gone off the front of Kwasniewski, and that moves up Merlin. Ruger's up into 2nd, and he's going to actually make it on track as well.
Best opportunity. He took it. Now he's got P2.
Oh, Boutsman almost lost it!
Oi!
It does look like, though, thankfully for Kwasniewski's sake, his front wing is back on the car.
Reattached.
But he has lost 2 positions now. Anyway, though, from lights to flag, it is victory again for Jake Williams here in round 5 of the Indy Euro Series. Brilliant drive from him in the wet here. And it is a dominant drive in the end from the Welsh driver. And it is P2 for Merlin Ruger's first podium of the series, with K. Boutsman again up on the podium in P3, with Piotr Kwasniewski in the end ending up P4 on track, with Riley Blunt in P5, who recovered after his earlier spin, and he will be gutted with that one. Still good points for him in the end. Ewan Langley returns with a P6 finish, with Josh Merrin ending up in P7. Milan Vogelsang, after a race where it was all about just maximizing the points, ends up in P8, with Wojciech Dvorak ending up in P9. I think there was an incident between him and Langley earlier on in the race, and Ben Bennyworth will round out our top 10 for this evening.